Dylan asks, for anyone in the team that hasn't been to the States, what's the biggest difference from New Zealand or Australia that they've encountered so far?
So biggest difference is people are a lot nicer. They want to get to know you. You just be standing in the line at Walmart and someone starts speaking to you. They also love the Aussie accent. They don't like the Kiwi accent. Food's, I mean, dirty junk food's real cheap. Healthy food's twice the price.
I don't know about that,
everything's easy over here pretty much. Getting places is easy. Ubers are like here in 30 seconds when you order one.
Just variety in general, there's much more.
Yeah.
Much more everything. Much better everything.
Booming. Are the NA teams a lot more aggressive than ANZ? Because I believe that was an issue last time ANZ sent teams over for Worlds at WCG.
Yeah, the North American teams and players in general are way more aggressive. You just play arena with random fours. One big thing is all the Americans, they use the in-game chat and they're always communicating really hard, like even just with random fours in arena. They all challenge a lot. I think part of it has to do with the connection over here because it is a good connection. They play the game the way it's supposed to be played. They really abuse storm rifles and SMGs. I think in ANZ we get a bit extra lag and they don't work quite as well as they should, and I mean the Americans know how to use them as good as they possibly can. But yeah, they're always very in your face, very aggressive, and yeah, I mean we thought we were pretty aggressive as it was, but we're finding we need to be more aggressive than we ever have been. So yeah, same sort of thing that happened back in WCG 2008 where we came back to Australia playing a more aggressive style and we were just way ahead of the scene because yeah, ANZ players do play quite passive.
Like Ryan Kane, he asks, how does the scrims versus IM compare with Teddy Joe playing compared to previously with Hef or Hef?
Yeah, scrimming immunity with Junior rather than Hef. Originally they were a bit weaker. I think they dropped a few games when we had a fill-in, but they're obviously getting better. Junior's a pretty smart player. He can adapt to the team pretty well. Now they seem to be playing just as well as they were. I mean, I'm sure there's certain things that aren't quite right yet, but I do think Junior's aggressive style really does help their play, especially over here in the US. I think they lost 3-10 to Elevate last night, but that's an improvement from the night before, and a lot of the games are actually quite close. But overall, yeah, I don't think they're a whole lot weaker with Junior. I mean, he's a pretty amazing player, so yeah, I think they're still going to do really well.
They obviously are weaker, but not as weak as people probably thought in the community. Junior isn't bad at all, but yeah, he's definitely got onto the level that they wanted him to. Yeah, they're doing pretty well now, which is good for our region.
We scrimmed against the Cloud9 yesterday, but unfortunately Hayden over here was a little bit ill, so he couldn't really play, which was kind of a shit. But you know, so we used our coach Jack the Bun as a fill-in. We lost 3-0. We only played 3 games because they went to go play Allegiance or something, and we lost 3-1 on Coliseum Flag, like 50-33 or something on Plaza Slayer, and then we got a little bit ruined on Strongholds Eden, like 100-20 or 100-15 or something. But I mean, that was not that bad. I mean, we didn't get to play with our full lineup, so I don't know.
It was like little small errors that cost us games, which I don't think we'd make those errors with Hayden or with Zerk. So, I mean, that was our first scrim against a proper American team, I think.
Yeah.
It was pretty good actually, considering yeah we had a fill-in and we were doing quite well anyway. But now we just got to try verse other teams again. They seem pretty hesitant to want to verse us as well. I'm not sure why. I guess they probably think that we're not really worth playing against.
We were meant to play against Elevate, but they went and played Immunity, and Immunity taking our scrims a couple of times. But you know, they're like boys with Elevate or Swift Kill or whatever, so I guess fair enough. But yeah, so hopefully we get to play them eventually.
Yeah, we've scrimmed Immunity a little bit now. Scrimmed the Mexican team as well. I think the series score's pretty even with them.
We were playing on a different server.
Yeah, we were playing on not a great server, but
I mean the connection wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as it was when we played Arena.
Yeah, I mean they're good.
Yeah.
The Mexican team will be better than what you think, and I mean they get to play with North Americans all the time, so you would think they'd be on a similar skill level to them, and they are pretty good. Like I mean they'd definitely be top 2 or 3 skill level for ANZ.
They're a pretty fast team as well.
Yeah,
They're
play
pretty
very
fast, but
stupidly fast sometimes.
How are the boys adapting to the NA game style? Do the ANZ players have the potential to be at that level if they got some practice?
Honestly, in our community, I want to be honest, no. Because our community is just so small and there's just not as many players. I feel that's our disadvantage.
But at the moment, it's like impossible because
yeah,
you know we can't even get games or an arena and stuff. So it's like,
yeah.
how are people even gonna like get better? Like people that aren't like a part of the community. Like I mean, I guess they're playing like low level games in arena, but I don't know since the population is so huge over here, and you can just like match game after game, you know, that's only good. But
yeah, honestly, like Diamond Division players in America are like Onyx in New Zealand. Like,
I think the community could get that. I think the community could keep up, but living in ANZ, all you can do is spectate and speculate how well you do against the NA players, and it's not until you come over here and you actually have to verse them and you have to adapt your game style to them that you change. So I mean, when we come back and Immunity comes back, the way we are going to play is going to be a very North American style. So we're going to be bringing that play style back with us, which is then going to force the ANZ players to play that way as well if they want to keep up. So I think that they can keep up, but we're going to have teams constantly coming across and bringing that information back to the community. Otherwise, all you can do, like I said, is speculate on how we should play or speculate the fact that, yeah, the way we play works. But yeah, I think the gameplay in the ANZ community will change a lot when our team and Immunity come back and we bring this new style of play with us.
Half of Liam's question, thoughts on your group for Worlds?
Our group, I mean, our group's like not the worst it could be, but I don't think it's like obviously it wasn't the best thing we could have got, but like I think we've got, if we show up and play our best, I reckon we've got a pretty good shot. So I mean, Infused, I wouldn't say they're the best European team, probably that's at Epsilon, so that's sort of like a bit of a lie there. And then EG's kind of on the downfall, so I mean, it's still a top team, it's like America, but you know, I mean, they'll be good. And then Renegades, I mean, I don't know where we put them at the moment, but they look like they're improving a bit, so it's not the worst group, not the best group, but I guess we'll see in a couple of days how we do.
Yeah, I mean, Renegades had close games with Immunity when they played them the other day, even though it was only a 5-game series. And I think when we're playing well, we're pretty much on par, if not better than Immunity anyway, so I think that says something for us. We've still got a good 5 days to keep improving, keep working on the gameplay. Like, every day it's just speeding up more and more the way we play, so I honestly think by the time that the day of pool play comes, like, we're going to be a wrecking ball. Just yeah, it's going to be good. They're definitely not unbeatable, and I think we can definitely beat them. They're definitely going to be a lot tougher than what I originally anticipated. Like I said before, you can do a speculating how good they are and blah blah blah. When you come over here, yeah, I mean, the individual skill is actually really crazy. Like, everyone's individual skill here is nuts. Like, they hardly miss shots. It's pretty crazy actually. You can't get away with as much stuff. You really have to land all your shots, and you got to challenge a lot. But
yeah, if you're in a 1v1 individual battle, you definitely just can't make
that mistake of losing it. You've got to definitely think ahead of what you're doing. It's just really, you can't make as many mistakes over here, like, at all. We're just going to lose the game.
Any shout-outs?
Hey, shout outs to the ANZ community, one love. If you support the team, we're just happy to be here. You know, we want to put our first foot forward to like.
That's where it fades out. It's fading out right there.